Let's start with
Yeah.
the Orioles. And we've talked a lot about them lately. Do you think that we're properly reacting right now by saying that there's some panic based on the division and really, just not being able to fall too far behind if you're a team like that when it doesn't look like the starting pitching is going to carry them through the season? What did you write about in The Athletic?
What I wrote is that if this doesn't get better, then they're going to have some hard questions to face regarding the manager, the general manager, the way the owner's conducting business. If it doesn't get better, all of this comes into play. Now, is it in play right now on April 29th? Probably not. Although I imagine, given the unrest in the city with the fan base, that there are some discussions being held and taking place. But they do have an easier schedule in May. And that theoretically should help them. The problem is when you are behind 4-1 in the third inning every night, they weren't last night because Chagano pitched really well, but when that is the pattern, it's really difficult to win. And that goes back to the roster construction by GM Mike Elias. It goes back to really just the way this team has been built. And that's the question I have. Will they ever pitch well enough from a starting pitching perspective to really be a contender in what you guys have described quite accurately as a very competitive division?
What is the next step for the Orioles in the sense of, well, this is the team we have. We're just going to go forward. Do they pressure the front office to make moves in the sense of sending some guys down, bringing some guys up? Or is it just, we're pushing this for 87 games till the trade deadline and we'll see what happens?
Well, one thing to point out, Eric, in fairness to the Orioles, is their injury situation has been really difficult. And all teams face injuries. We're not trying to make excuses, but they have been down a number of starting pitchers, from Grayson Rodriguez to Kyle Bradish and Tyler Wells, who might be back later in the season. Even some of their depth starters have been hurt. Kyle Gibson starts for them tonight. This will be his first start with the Orioles since rejoining the team, and maybe that will help. And ultimately, they're going to get some of their other injured position players back. Westberg just went on the IL. Tyler O'Neill is on the IL. Colton Cowser has been on the IL. So all of this is playing into their performance, perhaps. But I don't know that they can do much, certainly not at the end of April or even in May or June, regarding trades, because that generally is not when trades are made. And beyond that, they just simply have to pitch better and play better. It's the simplest equation imaginable, but help is not coming externally just yet outside of Gibson tonight.
Ken, let's stay in the AL East. The Rays were off to a meh start. It's a weird ballpark situation to figure out. And then the spark plug arrives, Chandler Simpson. So I want to crack into a few parts of your notes column out in The Athletic today. Let's start there. How do you think he's impacting the team?
He has impacted the team. There's no question about it. He is a good defensive center fielder, as we've seen. He's made some really good plays out there, even though it's only his third year playing the outfield. And offensively, he is a dynamic guy. And it's going to be a fascinating thing to watch, whether he becomes a good major leaguer, a great major leaguer, or not even either of those. Maybe he is just an average player to below that, because he has this unique combination of skills. He makes elite contact, Luis Arias type contact. He also has speed, like, Billy Hamilton type speed. And he plays center field in a way that ultimately he could be one of the better defensive center fielders in the game. So he brings a lot. The one thing he does not bring is power. He has no power. So people have wondered, as he has risen through the minor leagues, well, what will this guy be if he doesn't hit for power? How is that going to work in the major leagues? We'll see. But so far, so good. And we shouldn't just focus on Simpson, because this is a very interesting team. Meisner's given them a lift. Magnum, when he was healthy, gave them a lift. Their offense is still going to be the question, but their pitching, starting pitching, and bullpen for that matter, is really good. So I can see the Rays being a pest at the very least in the AL East, and maybe even more than that.
Devin Williams out in the closer with the Yankees. Will he be able to gain that back? I know he pitched in a lower pressure situation. And is there any other closers that have caught your eye so far this year besides the normal ones?
He looked good last night in the eighth inning of a game in which they were behind. So that's a good step. I think ultimately, yes, he will be back in the closer's role unless Weaver just is absolutely dominant and they decide, we'd rather have Weaver there. But you know what? Really, now in this day and age in the game, the way it's played, you sort of need two guys. And the Giants are going through this too with Doval and Ryan Walker. And this is a good problem. This is not a problem, actually, when you have two. So I do think ultimately he'll be better for this and he'll come out of it. He's Devin Williams. He's a really accomplished guy. As for other closers, Robert Suarez of the Padres has been great, gave up his first run of the season on Sunday, but no one has been as good as Andres Munoz from the Seattle Mariners. 10 for 10 in save opportunities. He has yet to give up a run in 14 innings. I don't know that you can do much better than that. It's pretty much perfect. Obviously, with the Mariners, the question is going to be, how are Gilbert and Kirby going to come out of these injuries? Will they be back by early June, which is the anticipation? And will they be still as good? That's the whole thing with them because that's their foundation. They've done some things offensively, and I wrote about this today in my notes column. It's been unexpected. That's a great thing for them. But ultimately, their foundation, again, is pitching.
And Andres Munoz, his pitch development that he unveiled during spring training, he's using it right now. They haven't had George Kirby this whole time, and they're doing well. Is it a resurgence? Is it a finally these guys are doing what we thought they should do, or is it just a false facade that they're putting out that's like, they're just going to be the 54% Mariners by the end of the season?
I don't know. And you have to give them credit for winning 6 straight series against some really good opponents. They did it on the road in the East against Cincinnati, Boston, and Toronto. So they've been playing really well. Now, where I question them going forward is whether some of their contributing role players can keep up what they've done. And that is going to be something that we'll see. Williamson at third base, Mastroboni to an extent, all of these different guys that they have so far who are stepping up. Leo Rivas is another one. Can they keep it up? Now, that said, and granted, Jorge Polanco is playing out of his mind. I don't know that he's going to keep it up either. But Julio Rodriguez has not done that much yet. So ultimately, at some point, you expect him to make more of an impact. And then maybe that balances out some of the other guys falling off a little bit. I don't know that they're a great team. I don't know that any team in the AL West is a great team. But they're a competitive team. And yes, with Kirby and with Gilbert now questionable, it becomes a little dicier for sure.
If you want a razor that looks good, makes you look good, gets the shave done, and doesn't cost much,
Oh.
Is it nice?
That's a hairy John. And you can smell it too. Smell it, John. Smell it.
Oh, wow. What
After
is that?
See, that's Harry's. That's the shave gel. I'm telling you, look. I mean,
You look scary, man.
it's the shot.
Fresh.
Now come in, get this.
I don't want to touch this head anymore. Oh, my God.
Soft it is.
That looks like
it is
German
soft.
engineered blades made
It
in their
is
own
soft.
factory that stay sharp longer.
I'm using the razor, and it does not. You can start to feel when
Yeah,
it gets dull. I mean, you guys only do like here and like up here.
true.
I'm doing acreage.
Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally their trial set is $10, but right now you can get it for just $6 at harrys.com/foul. That's our exclusive link, harrys.com/foul for a $6 trial set.
Ken, I think we might have a great team in the American League Central, and that's the Detroit Tigers. That's where you led your column off with today. So what are you seeing from this Detroit team and how they were built?
What's so interesting to me about them is that last year, Scott, down the stretch, what was their theme? Pitching chaos. It was Skubal and chaos. Now, they're down 4 outfielders. They're down their starting catcher. They're missing some pitchers as well. And with their lineup, I called it hitting roulette. It's not pitching chaos, but they've mixed in some different pieces. They've done some different things. And we're seeing their depth come into play in a really good way. Their depth, guys like McKinstry, Javier Baez now represents their depth. He's playing center field for them. McKinstry has played the outfield, where last year he was at third base. They have different players that they mix in. And once Parker Meadows comes back and Kerry Carpenter is playing full-time in the outfield, he returned to that last night. Once Matt Vierling is back, you'll see them do even more, perhaps mixing and matching and pinch hitting, all the different things that they do. So that is what intrigues me about them. Are they a great team yet? No, I wouldn't call them a great team. But They might be the best team in the AL Central, and with their pitching, well, they're going to be really good because that pitching right now is the best in the American League.
Yeah, I remember AJ Hinch talking about it in spring training, and he was like, we've got a real competition on it. And there was an injury or two. Eventually, it kind of all played itself out. But people were looking around like, really? You guys are trying to figure out your starting rotation after last year only having a starter or two for a good chunk of the second half. So things have taken a turn, but they look really good. Ken, thank you for the time.
Ken, are the Braves going to make the playoffs? Real quick, yes or no?
He loves predictions, so this is going to be great.
What do I get to make the playoffs, AJ? And I say they do. What's in it for me? Why should I answer this question?
Do you get to do a power rankings with us if they make it?
No power rankings. I'm not doing those. I certainly think there's a good chance the Braves still make the playoffs. I still like the Braves. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's it.
They're already close to 500 again, aren't they?
I know,
Yep.
but I'm just asking.
I'm
asking our expert. I'm getting the inside scoop. What do you want from me?
One more quick thing, Ken, because it was not long ago. It's not like we're digging really deep back into the archives. They won in 2021, and the stat was somewhere in August, they were either 500 or within 2 games, either up or down of 500. So basically a 500 team all the way through at some point in August, and then they become the best team in baseball. We are still in
made all those trades at the deadline. That's what helped them. And again, the lesson from last season, Houston started badly. The Mets started badly. The Mets really were not even a 500 team early June. So for the Orioles to get back to where we started, it's not over. It's not hopeless. But when you have starting pitching like they do, it's problematic for sure.
Mm-hmm. They need Strider back. Ken, thank you for the time. We'll catch you on Fair Territory on Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.